Chapter 1. Applying the right mindset to achieve your dreams. There's this phrase that goes, mind over matter, which simply put means that you can achieve anything if you set your mind to it. No matter how strenuous the task might seem, the first step to completing it is by believing you can do it. Once you think you can do something, you're well on your way to achieving it. So the question here is, can we actually use our minds and the right mindset to manifest our dreams? The answer is yes. Almost anything is possible with the right mentality. What most people fail to grasp is how much of a powerful tool the mind is. Just imagine all it does every day without us even realizing it. Let's take the self-fulfilling prophecy, for example. If somehow you start believing that something terrible is about to happen to you, whether you know it or not, you subconsciously begin working to make it happen in your life. So if that's the case, you can also make something good you believe in to become a reality too. Let's say you believe that you can ace a particular test, and then you set out to do the necessary things required for that to happen. When the results come in, you wouldn't be surprised that you got an A in the exam. In this case, you believed and worked towards making that belief a reality. People with success mindsets have a particular way of perceiving things around them. Their outlooks are positive, and they place their faith entirely in their ability to succeed. The placebo effect and the power of the mind. In lots of medical trials and drug testing, the placebo effect is usually used by doctors on their patients. The medication, or placebo, exhibits results for its users simply because they believe that it will work for them. It's a perfect example of the power of the mind. There have been several cases where patients become cured of their ailments after taking what they believed to be the antidote to their problems, when in actuality, it was a fake. It goes to show that with the right mindset, anything is possible. So how do we apply this to achieve our goals? Before we go any further, take the time to answer these following questions first. When I set my goals and dreams, how often do I believe that they'll actually come to pass? Do I have absolute in myself and what I can achieve? Are my expectations completely unwavering? Most of us don't have the best answers to these questions because we tend to hold on to negative mindsets and beliefs in ourselves that are limiting, and these prevent us from fully believing in our capability. It's easier to listen to the opinions of other people about what we can or can't do rather than actually doing something about it. We resign ourselves to the fate of being in the same position for years without even questioning if we can do better than that. We bow to peer and societal pressures that make us believe that we ought to act and think in a certain way. There are various reasons to why we possess these kinds of negative mindsets, but regardless of whatever it is, there's still a way to attain a positive one. It's not too late to start believing in yourself, even if you spent years feeling like you won't amount to much in life. Turning a negative mentality into a positive one is easy. You just have to put your faith in your ability to succeed and start being more receptive to your progress. A successful mindset comes from a growth mentality. You'll become more accepting to change, development, and all that comes with it. In most cases, negative mindsets are accompanied by tons of limiting beliefs. Not only does it create a fixed view, but it also prevents you from seeing beyond its limitations. A growth mentality will allow you to see these limitations and also look beyond them to discover ways to overcome various obstacles and attain a successful result. It's normal to think of failure whenever you think of your goals and dreams. That's what a fixed mindset does to you. But a growth mentality will look at the same purposes and realize that while failures are bound to occur, it doesn't mean you won't become successful in the end. What a lot of people fail to realize is that there's a lot of power in changing their perspectives. Find inspiration in others. It helps to see other people's successes because it allows us to see that a particular goal is attainable. Looking for inspiration through others can be quite uplifting, sometimes as it helps keep you on track with developing a successful mindset. Seeing another individual achieving their dreams reinforces your belief that yours can be made too. You just need the right amount of motivation and willpower. Seek out people that you can talk to about how they achieve their goals and surround yourself with the positive ones. Don't shy away from them because you're feeling inferior or something equally negative. Embrace the chance to learn the ways they persevered and made their dreams a reality. Sometimes it helps to compare notes with others. Like they say, 2 heads are better than 1. Building positive relationships is crucial if you're learning how to develop a positive outlook. More on that later. There's no way to avoid altogether interacting with negative individuals since we meet all kinds of people every day, both in our personal and professional lives. The key here to dealing with them is to understand that their negative opinions are created mostly through their limiting beliefs and fears. It'll go a long way helping you sustain a successful mindset. For some, negative chatter comes from within, and they usually manifest in words like won't, can't, shouldn't, etc. Try avoiding statements like, it never works out well for me when I try something new, or I always fail no matter how hard I try. Whenever you start noticing these words are about to come up, quickly turn them around to a more positive phrase like, it always works out for me. I'll never fail. Always remember that each new day serves as a clean slate for you to correct your mindset. The trick here to making it work is to believe it despite what happened in your past. Try to begin each new day with fresh hopes and aspirations, leaving the wrong decisions and trouble you made in the past where it belongs. Visualize your dreams. One of the essential traits of a successful mindset is envisioning your end goals and seeing it within your mind. Let's assume that you've been dreaming of buying a new car, but each time you try saving up for it, something more urgent comes up, and you end up using the money to solve that particular issue. It doesn't mean that you should give up because different things keep getting in your way. You just need to come up with a different strategy. It's hard to envision something that seems like it'll never happen, right? Well, you shouldn't give up yet. What you need to do is picture yourself driving that new car and then set yourself to work towards it. Don't allow anything to prevent you from achieving your goals this time. There'll never be a time when you don't have other bills to worry about. You'll just have to keep moving ahead with the plan you made. Save up. Don't get sidelined. Focus on that particular task at hand and save the other problems for after you've achieved your aim. When we allow ourselves to imagine what our success would be like, the process creates a feeling of great excitement inside of us that shouldn't be underestimated. You have to take advantage of that feeling and do everything you've set for yourself. You'll find out that whenever we're more excited about getting something, we do whatever it takes to ensure that it all works out and nothing stands in the way of achieving it. When the brain becomes enthusiastic as the thought of fulfilling our goals and dreams, we end up becoming committed to the process, work harder towards achieving it, and do whatever it takes to ensure that it happens. Even if it means creating a vision board to stare at every day and be reminded of what's at stake, then you should go for it. It's the little techniques like this that goes a long way in sustaining your success mindset. You shouldn't dismiss them as trivial. Achieving the impossible. On the 6th day of May, 1954, Roger Bannister ran a mile in under 4 minutes. Even though experts had said it was humanly impossible for years, during Roger's training, he visualized himself achieving that feat, even when everyone told him it was not possible. He ended up disproving everyone because he believed in himself and had the right mindset to get him where he needed to go. The funny part of Roger's accomplishment is that after he achieved it, several other people went ahead and did the same thing too. Somehow, what everyone had considered impossible for years suddenly became possible in people's minds once they knew someone had done it. And the best part about that story is that since Roger broke the impossible record, other people went on to beat his own high score. It goes to show the kind of things we accomplish if we put our minds to it and don't listen to negative views of naysayers. You're the only one that knows what you're capable of doing, which is why you don't need to listen to people when they say you can't do something. Prove your critics wrong by visualizing your dreams and working towards making them a reality. Don't ever take no for an answer, especially when you're sure there's another way around it. If you start doing it and along the way you begin losing focus and your drive, don't stop. Just keep moving forward. The more you persist, the more your chances of attaining your dreams.